We're getting origins figures of the movie. Hey guys, it's Jay. Welcome back to the channel. Holy crap, everybody! this is absolutely crazy. We just came off the heels of the Mattel Creations revealed event, and there are a lot of people who were kind of like, "Oh, that was it for Master of the Universe." We were expecting a lot more. I mean, there was that tie-in with Monster High, and of course, the reveal of the brick playset from Jay from Geek Dad Life. But for the most part, what Pixel Dan presented, and the James Jean reveal, I mean, I think a lot of us were hoping for a few more reveals for Masterverse. Sorry, not Masterverse, Chronicles, as well as the core line, and any news on what was going on with Origins. I mean, we did get an Origins figure, but I don't think it was anything that all of us were expecting for the entirety of Master Universe. But today, shockingly, out of nowhere, it seems, Collider Magazine seems to have dropped a bombshell on all of us. And yeah, this is absolutely crazy, guys. We're getting new Origins figures. Holy crap, everybody. This is absolutely bonkers. I cannot freaking believe this. Let's take a deep dive into this and see exactly what was posted on Collider Magazine, as this is truly one that I think we're all going to be chomping at the bit for. Origins isn't going anywhere. This is freaking amazing. Let's have a look, everybody. Guys, there are only 2 months left until Masters of the Universe convention Motuniverse Con happens on May 23rd and 24th. This is absolutely bonkers. Only 2 months to go. Motuniverse will be happening May 23rd and 24th at the Redondo Beach, California, for the Torrance Marriott. This is absolutely crazy. Guys, get your tickets on MotuniverseCon.com. More on this at the end of the episode. This is going to be amazing. Guys, the Mattel Creations revealed event really was absolutely bonkers. They had a brand new format, literally live action. They had great hosts like Trisha Hirschberger, Dante Bosco, as well as a whole bunch of toy tubers. But to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of people did say that they were a little bit disappointed with all of the reveals or lack thereof for Master Universe. The most interesting reveals definitely had to be the James Jean reveal of Flower and Coral. This was really interesting as it revealed artist James Jean, who is incredible in terms of his overall art style, collaborating with Mattel Creations to create these rather interesting looking Master Universe figures. He said that he was inspired by Master Universe as he grew up with the Master Universe brand, and he always wanted to be involved in the Master Universe. His overall take on this was, well, interesting to say the least. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not, it's not my cup of tea, just to be perfectly honest with you. The He-Man version with all the jade flowers, they do look interesting. I'm not going to lie. They do look very, very cool in terms of their overall design. But I'd have to say, I really do think that the Coral version of Skeletor, now that one, guys, that one really catches my attention. The one I really appreciated was the Coral version of Panther and Skeletor. These guys look absolutely stunning. And of course, they look like they're from the Upside Down from Stranger Things. So there's a lot of really cool things to take away from there. And if I am going to pick a couple of these, if I am going to pick any of these up, it definitely would be the Coral version, 100%. And of course, the big reveal was laser-powered He-Man. This was awesome. First time ever we were getting a laser-powered He-Man in North America. As many of you guys know who are Master Universe collectors, he was only ever available in the European release. And honestly, he's been a holy grail for many people, and we're finally able to get our hands on laser-powered He-Man. But other than that, it really was kind of sparse. But today, Collider Magazine really changed everything. They posted this article earlier today, and it goes on to say that He-Man is officially returning with a brand new ways weeks before his 2026 movie release. This is freaking awesome. This article is written by Rob London and published on March 24th, 2026. Master Universe isn't heading to theaters for another 2 months, but thanks to Mattel and their brand partners, fabulous secret merchandise have been revealed to you, and you didn't even need to yell, "I have the power." You could have though. In the 5.5-inch Origins, There it is, everybody. Oh my God. In freaking print. There it is. We're getting a brand new set of Origins figures that marries the classic look of the original figures with a toy sculpting technology today. Mattel is unveiling figures of Nicholas Gallatin's brawny He-Man and a prickly evil warrior Spikor, as well as the extra-sized figure of Skeletor's towering Cyborg henchman Trapjaw. Oh my gosh. Trapjaw's going to be even bigger than everybody else. That's freaking awesome. The latter two will be able to ride in style with the new incarnations of the iconic Fright Fighter. What? There's a Fright Fighter coming? Oh my God, this is crazy. Holy crap, guys. This is absolutely incredible. I can't freaking believe it. There's a freaking Fright Fighter coming. Oh my God. The high-tech transport that is a cross between the Dragonfly and an attack helicopter. They're also offering a 5.5-inch 4-pack battle in a box featuring He-Man and his friends, Man-at-Arms versus Skeletor and his minions versus Goatman. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. At the larger 6.5-inch Chronicle scales, you can pick up a 2-pack of He-Man, Battle Bros, Ram-Man, and Fisto. What's going on here, guys? This is crazy. Looks like we're getting a ton of reveals today. Let's start with the Origins figures. Oh my God, I can't believe we're getting Origins figures, everybody. This is absolutely bonkers. So here we go. Oh, there he is. What other collectibles will be available from Master Universe? Well, we're starting it off with someone really, really cool. But first, let's go all the way back here because I think we have some inspecting to do here. First of all, let's take a look at the most powerful man in the universe. Holy crap, guys. There he is. Nicholas Gallatin as freaking He-Man. And this is an Origins figure. You can tell right away just because of the bigger buck, the larger muscles, the huge stat, the squat nature of it, and the simplified face. Oh my God, guys, this is absolutely nuts. This is absolutely crazy. I'm over the moon with this. This is freaking incredible. Of course, we have seen him in his new core line edition, but this is the first time we're seeing him in Origins style, and he looks fabulous. I mean, the hair very much the same way as it's been portrayed in multiple versions of the figure. For the Chronicles version, for the core line version. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of really cool reveals now, and everything about him though, from the shoulders, from the arms, from the wrist, he is definitely based off of a standard Origins buck, which is perfect for us. This is exactly what we're looking for a Master Universe Origin style figure. His straps, oh my gosh, they look so good. Very much more chunky than I would have expected. I would have expected them a little bit thinner, but for whatever reason, they have this extra little bit of material on the sides. Now, mind you, this is a very early paint master, and as we know, depending on the type of figure that they release, this could be a very like a first edition. But yeah, the straps look much thicker than I would have expected. As you can see, just zooming in here. Let me see if I can get any closer to this. Yeah, there's this extra bit of material that I'm not really familiar with. I mean, usually right here on the line is where you would expect the straps for He-Man to cut off, right there, right? It should be a smaller, thinner profile. But this one literally comes around almost like Mechanix armor in a lot of ways. So that's interesting. But I do love the different colors with the metallic version of his chest plate, as well as the cordite cross. That is exactly the way we want our Origins figures to look. Again, I'm so happy, so excited that they brought back the cordite cross. That to me is a massive thing. That's huge. His power sword. Oh my goodness, this looks freaking awesome. His power sword is absolutely perfect. Very much in the same design as the core releases, but I think it's obviously slightly bigger because the Origins figures are, I think, slightly bigger than the core line. But it does have a much larger pommel, which is something I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting to see a pommel that large. But I think obviously it makes sense to have something like that so that it doesn't slip out of his hands necessarily. But if we were to do a direct comparison to this figure, I mean, it's interesting to see how different he is compared to the core line. If we head over to our good friends over at toyhabits.com, guys, toyhabits.com is a wonderful news resource for action figures all year round. Give them a like and follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. They were able to receive photos. These photos were provided to them by Zach Oates, Pop Heist, on Instagram. And they show the figure for the core line for Master Universe. And you can see the detail. It's a little bit more in line with what you would expect from an action figure based off of a movie line. But it's interesting to see that they're having a core line for kids, and now they're actually reintroducing a Origins action figure. So, wow, we're having multiple lines right now. We're getting Origins. We're getting Chronicles. We're getting the core line. We're getting... and Mattel has actually gone on to say that Masterverse is technically not done. There are going to be some Masterverse releases. So that's four lines of Master Universe right now running congruently. But then there's also a cartoon collection that is still running, right? And technically, we haven't heard anything about Thundercats crossover line being canceled yet. So that's like 6 different lines of Master Universe running at the same time from Mattel. Holy crap, guys! Now we have heard from Mattel representatives that they're going to be concentrating mostly on these movie figures, which is going to be a big feature going forward for 2026. Sorry, but knowing that eventually they're going to start spinning up pretty much editions of these characters in like up to 6 possible lines. Holy crap, that's incredible. So you can see that the core line is actually a little bit more in line with what you would expect from the movie. A little bit more thinner in stature, a little bit more detail for a movie edition. But a couple of things which are kind of a step back in this edition. The ankles do not articulate, which is a big deal when trying to pose characters in specific poses. Whereas if we look here on the He-Man, his knees and his ankles do articulate, which is crazy. Why they didn't include that in the original in the core line is a little bit baffling. Even his upper calf, his upper boot cut, it also swivels. We do know this, and it does appear that that's not the case in the core line. Strange decisions being made here, but overall, I think that they're probably, again, the core line is priced at $9.99 at retail, whereas Origins, as we already know, is upwards of $19.99. So it's a $10 difference for these two particular lines. So there is a not too much of a price gap, but you can definitely see that one of them is being targeted towards a different market entirely. But it's great to see this version of Nicholas Galitzine, He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe, in Origins. Oh my God, we're finally getting Origins versions of the Masters Universe movie line. This is crazy, guys. Confirmed. This is awesome. Now, there are actually more figures who have been announced today, who've been dropped by Collider, and this is freaking amazing. They did mention that Spikor, oh my God, there he is, Spikor, and he's purple, guys. He's purple. Oh man, I can't believe it. I love it. This is actually our very first close-up look at Spikor, and he's glorious. Oh my gosh, exactly the way he looked in the trailer. However, as our good friend AJ of He-Mania.com has mentioned a couple of times, he looks very different in his iteration on that trailer. He looked almost brown in his overall nature. So it's interesting to see him as he appears now with this overall treatment. So he does have this crazy looking, almost like a crown of spikes at the top of his head. That's fascinating. I was not expecting that at all. But let's take a direct comparison to the way he looked in the trailer. So, again, this comes to us from our good friends over at He-Mania.com. He-Mania.com, of course, is a wonderful resource for He-Man related news, Master Universe, and She-Ra related news. Definitely give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. So here's a direct comparison of what he would look like This up here is how he actually looked like in the trailer. And as you can see, according to AJ of He-Mania.com, formerly for Eternia.com, he looks really brown, right? He looked kind of brownish. And it was kind of like, well, why does he look like that? It's probably because of the lighting. Maybe there's a filter on him. We really couldn't tell. But AJ went ahead and added a bit more of a purple filter and actually brightened up the scene. And it does appear as if he actually is more purple in his overall nature. But look at the way his thorns come up, his spikes. He really is a menacing looking creature. And honestly, it's great that we're able to see him in this iteration. And now, finally seeing him in his actual toy form, he looks amazing. It looks like a really good sculpt for this Origins version. He's got spikes coming out of everywhere. Oh my god, this is crazy. The texture on his arms looks really cool. And these are brand new sculpted arms. Even though they're based on the Origins buck, the arms themselves have the spikes embedded within them. They're not stuck on with glue or anything like that. It's an actual embedded feature of the character. His chest is also brand new, having those protrusions coming out of him. So that's awesome. But overall, he is based on the Origins buck. But I love the texture, even the almost like a scaly nature on his sides and up here on the armor on his upper arms. It's really cool to see all the texture work that they've been able to put into this character. He has 2 gauntlets, which look awesome. One of them, of course, is representative of the original character, having a removable hand in place of a ball and chain. That is crazy. Now, the original Spikor did not have a ball and chain, but he did have a trident. So it's interesting to see that they're using a different type of melee weapon for Spikor. So that's really cool. His legs are really neat. Now, I'm kind of thinking that those legs might have been lifted off of somebody. I'm not 100% sure, but they do look really interesting. If they are original styles of legs, they look awesome. The one thing I forgot to mention with He-Man is that his furry loincloth is non-existent. It has been replaced with that more Centurion version of a pleated skirt, right? It's actually got tassels instead of a furry loincloth, which is awesome. And the same is true for Spikor. He has more of a leather tunic, and it's got a belt with 2 little, I don't know what those are. Those are like discs, but they also have spikes on them, so interesting. His gauntlets are also spiked, which is very much in line with the character. And he's even got shin pads on his legs, but that you do see a rotation right here at the upper calf. And the 2 portions at the top, which are linking to the knees, I think that they're actually open on the back. So that's interesting. He has webbed feet, which I do believe are actually lifted off of Skeletor or some other characters from the line, and they look really cool. That's freaking awesome. Yes, finally, Origins, Spikor, and what a freaking incredible figure this is. I would have liked a little bit more on the paint detail, the deco. He really is just cast in purple plastic. So, and honestly, I think he's cast in a slightly, maybe too light purple. I think I would prefer him as he appears here, a little bit more darker in nature. And again, his spikes are a little bit different colors. I don't know. Again, this is an early look at Spikor, so he might actually end up, changing in overall, as these are very, very early shots. And finally, rounding it off, we get one more character, and I do believe that this is a deluxe character, according to Collider. Collider did mention that this one is larger than the others. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, guys, there he is. It is Trapjaw. Holy crap, guys. Oh, he looks crazy, man. Now, I can't really see any difference in height overall. I'm wondering if that was something that they made a mistake with. He looks like a standard Master Universe character buck, but maybe he's the size of Andre the Giant. It really is hard without a direct height comparison. So it's gonna be tough to see until we actually get a side-by-side comparison with these 3. But he definitely is a origin style character. You can see all the additional articulation, especially in the legs. His actual ankles do articulate, and this is awesome to see. He is a completely new design and sculpt from the ground up. I mean, his legs look exactly the way they do in the movie. He has that brand new belt, the brand new tunic. It's more like just a leather piece, which is wrapped around his waist. Um, his buck is basically an Origins buck. I mean, I think that's pretty much standard right there. We can see that type of idea. And his left arm, I think, is a standard Origins buck, as well as his hand and his wrist. But I think the wrist guard is brand new, along with his shoulder pauldron, his straps to attach across his chest, and of course that monstrous freaking arm of his. Oh my god, that thing's freaking gigantic. And the first attachment we get to see with Trapjaw is definitely his knife, which is awesome. We get to see a first glimpse at what comes with Trapjaw, and I think he's going to come with a lot more. His facial sculpt is pretty cool too. Minimal paint on this one, but again, as I was mentioning earlier, we do know that the first initial solicitation photos are a little bit, first paint masters, they're not finalized, and they do get better as the release date comes closer and closer. So it's great to see that we are actually getting Trapjaw for the Master Universe Origins figures. Wow, this is absolutely bonkers, everybody. I'm over the moon with this. Holy crap, guys! Collider has shown us the way, and there's more to come, everybody, because they have also revealed that new core figures are on the way, along with Chronicles figures and even more, guys. This is a lot to take in. So I'll have a second episode that we can take a look at to go over all of the Collider reveals on this crazy article, because this truly has been one to remember. Oh my gosh, guys. This is absolutely bonkers. Guys, I got to tell you, I am over the moon with these brand new reveals from Collider. Not only were we getting Origins, we're getting new Chronicles, we're getting new core figures, we're getting even Barbie crossovers. Holy crap. And I'm going to have more episodes that you guys can take a look at for those, breaking down everything that was revealed today in order as they have been revealed. But the Master Universe Origins figures are a welcome addition, as we were speculating, many of us were speculating, what's going to happen to Origins come 2025, 2026, 2027. And now I think those answers have been forthcoming. It looks like they really are going all in on the Master Universe movie editions, as these ones are not in the original final figures for the Master Universe Origins line. They're not from Chronicle. They're not from Powers of Grayskull. They're not from any new editions of Master Universe Origins. These are their own line, pretty much the movie editions in Master Universe Origins style. And of course, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick reminder that myself and my good friend Mike of Attorney and Royalty, we are getting ready for Motuniverse 2026. It's going to be an absolute blast, guys. We have a lot of special guests coming, and we are super excited and super stoked about this incredible event. The Master Universe Convention in Redondo Beach, California, May 23rd and 24th. It's going to be an absolute blast.
This May 23rd and 24th in Torrance, California. Masters of the Universe fans will unite for Motuniverse. Now the fans have the power. The He-Man and She-Ra Convention, celebrating 44 years of the Masters of the Universe. Featuring special guests, Blade from the Masters of the Universe movie, Anthony DeLongis, the voice of Skeletor, Alan Oppenheimer, and the voice of She-Ra, Melendi Brent. At the Torrance Marriott Hotel, California. Tickets on sale now on MotuniverseCon.com. Don't miss out.
Guys, definitely join us this May 23rd and 24th for Motuniverse. Tickets are on sale right now at MotuniverseCon.com. We hope to see you guys there. Guys, let me know in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about brand new Origins releases for the Master of the Universe movie? Nicholas Galitzine, Spikor, Trapjaw, and many more. I'm sure this is going to be absolutely bonkers. Are you guys as excited as I am that we're getting Origins versions of these figures? Because honestly, I am seriously, a lot of us were seriously questioning what's going to be happening with the Origins line, and now we know 100% it's not going anywhere in 2026. As a matter of fact, it's coming on strong for the Master Universe movie figures. Are you going to put down your hard-earned cash for the Origins figures, knowing they're going to be at least $10 more than the core line of figures that are being released in retail? Or is this way too many action figures for Master Universe, and you're going to have to just decide on either Chronicles, Core Line, or Origins, and stick to that, as you're pretty much too far in with your collecting as it is. Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. News continues in 2026, everybody. As a matter of fact, the Master Universe drops did not end there. Collider actually had a whole bunch of new drops as well, including those for Chronicles, the Core Line, and even Barbie crossovers. This is absolutely bonkers. They even had some additional crazy reveals for so many other different Master Universe tie-ins. It's absolutely nuts. You can take a look at the Barbie and Origins Core Line releases posted. I'll have them linked here somewhere on the screen once they're posted live, and I'll see you guys there. Guys, I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey, everybody. Geek proud.